Started a new one. Don't touch that button. Was the button, guys. It was
There's
the
nobody
button.
here, Aunt. Sonia, Sonia.
Was the
Oh
button.
my God. Happy Presbyterian. Myrna. There's still 28 people.
Tell them to leave.
Now?
All right. Let's see if you could hear us now. Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us now? Yes, thank you.
Good.
Oh my God. What else can go wrong?
You know what it is? It's a lot of.
All right, what's your explanation?
We're
What's
taking
your
it.
explanation? Go ahead.
Here's our explanation.
Here's your explanation.
You take it off the gimbal. We put it back on
Anthony,
the gimbal.
nobody else has this problem but you.
They don't have it because they don't take it off the gimbal. As Danette pointed out on our
I didn't want them
Thanksgiving
to miss
looking
the
for live
next one
stream.
because it's funny.
Yeah, a
Hot
Thanksgiving
Mess
looking for live
Productions. I
stream.
stay tuned for.
We're not a walking channel, so occasionally
Oh
we
my
remove it from the gimbal.
God.
Now the problem
Traffic
with the
ticket coming soon. Thank you, Joseph.
now the other one.
Thank you, Sonia.
Thank you so
Bermuda
much.
Triangle. Oh my
Now the
God.
other time, the first time tonight that there was the problem, I think
Here
that
we
had
go. Here
something to
comes
do
the
with the
excuses.
something locked the screen on the thing, and then it had a terrible.
I've
It had
got like a
signal. Then the
nose on
signal
top of a
died. It didn't
nose.
matter. The signal died.
Well, I don't know why that happened.
The signal dropped.
Why did that happen? Third
I
time's the
actually don't
charm.
know.
Thank you, Stephen.
This time it was the button. Your finger hit that button when you would.
Oh, okay,
when
it's
it was
my
taken
fault.
off the thing. I probably should have just put my hand there and took it off myself instead of like
All right.
trying to double team it with you or something. It
All right,
didn't work.
get in so you could tell the story.
Double teaming didn't work.
Hemorrhoid cream for the pimple. You probably serious. Hi, K-Jack. How you doing?
Hey, Jack. How you doing? Welcome aboard.
Murney is there.
Are we bringing in the crew?
Yeah,
23 in
Let me
here.
plug this
We got to
one
get
in.
some more people in the crew.
All right. Well, where are we
That's
going
all right.
now? Are we
I don't
heading
know
back
where
to
we're going.
Queens?
I head back to
Maybe we
Queens.
could drive around New York a little bit. We're not a walking channel, but we could be a driving channel.
It could be a
tonight.
driving channel tonight.
If you guys want to stay up with us a little bit longer. You know what? You could tell your story while
Do
I'm
you guys
driving.
want to stay up with us?
Gina
Gina
says yes.
says yes.
I missed all those people. I don't know what happened. And also Stonewall Inn and Christopher Street near 7th.
Who mentioned that?
Joseph.
Joseph, of
Myrna's
course.
up.
He'll mention all sorts of historical
Joseph
sites.
has all the places. That's all I have to say. I'm putting my glasses away so I don't lose them. Yes, yes, and yes. Okay. All right.
We can stay up.
Let's see. Where can we take
We could be
them?
here. What's that in there?
That's
Is
my
that the
keys.
keys?
All right. You ready?
I just had to have a drink of water.
Me too.
Hey, Jack, how you doing? We got the phones all in. The power's on. We're powering up. We're
Yes,
moving
I
on
will
out.
watch my speed. I promise. Okay, you ready? We're gonna turn it around. I'm gonna turn it around first so we could show where we're going.
Yes.
All right.
Perhaps we should go back to Brooklyn and look for Thanksgiving lights or Christmas lights or
Oh my God. that'd be
Halloween
funny.
lights or some sort of lights. No, they turned them all off. We know that now.
All right. Let's do
So
this.
none of that.
How long have we even been on? What
I don't
time is
know.
it? 11, 8, 9, 10, 11? Holy crap.
We were on with like a slight break there, so we were on like 8:15.
And then we were like messed up a couple of times. So.
Messed up a few times.
All right, so it's like 2 hours and 40 minutes or something like that.
Let's do some. Where are we? Where do you want to go? Name
I don't
something.
know.
Name something. Maybe they could name something.
Oh my God, Anthony. All right, read the chat then if you
I
want
will
them to
read the
name
chat.
something.
I'm going to read the
Oh,
chat.
May is leaving. May doesn't feel good.
Oh,
I'm
May-
sorry, May.
May, you don't feel good? You're under the weather? Sorry, I missed
Trying to
part one
figure
and
out
part
what
two.
we're doing.
A little bit under the weather today. Sorry, that's okay. Oh, where was that?
What is it? Here, put
This
it over
thing-
here so you don't lose it.
Yeah, I don't want to lose that.
Okay.
Let's see. Where can we go?
We
Sorry
go
to hear that,
Lower
May.
Manhattan,
But it was
should we go to
wonderful to have you
Upper?
here, even for a little while.
That's right. Absolutely.
We thank you for coming around with us. I'm looking at the chat. I'm going to look at the chat. Is Heather W with us? You people seem familiar.
It's hysterical.
Oh my goodness. It's
All right,
wonderful
so
to have
tell
us
your
back.
story, you want to tell your story of Thanksgiving?
I will
with
tell you
Mama
the story.
Jean?
I'll tell you the story. Where's Tunisia? Where's Tish? Let's see.
Oh, you know what, Anthony? If we
What?
go under the bridge, then you know what's going to happen? We're going to lose them. If we go in the tunnel. If we go in the tunnel, we'll lose them. So why don't we go over the Queens Bridge?
Want to go over the Queensboro Bridge?
Yeah, let's do that.
Do you know how to get there?
Yeah, find a way.
Then that'll find a way.
We'll be passing the Ritz Diner. Remember the
We're gonna
Ritz?
pass the Ritz Diner. Now they got the good matzo ball soup. I actually like their matzo. I'm gonna be honest. I like their matzo ball soup better than Vaselka's.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be.
It was pretty good though.
It was pretty good. Which one was pretty good?
Vaselka.
Vaselka's was good.
It was really good.
I'd like to try something else they
It's
have
just
there.
different.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Oh, that's where Essa Bagel moved. See, they used
That
to
was
be
a
on
ri-
this side of the street. Now they're on that side. You see?
I'm gonna tell you though, that was a righteous bagel and smoked salmon
that was
and cream
delicious.
cheese. That was delicious.
Oh my God! I wish I could eat more of it.
Now
But I
I'm
can't.
gonna add. Let's see. What do we see over there? What is that place called?
Oh, that's
Rosemary's.
Rosemary's. Yeah.
I'm gonna continue. We're gonna pass the Ritz tonight.
Yeah, probably.
Oh boy.
You want some?
What?
You
What
want
could
to
I
go
get?
to the Ritz? What are you gonna get?
Let's go to the Ritz.
I'm so full.
You're
How
full?
could you eat anything else?
I'm not full. I don't know why.
Go there. We should go there then.
I'm
Was it on Second Avenue?
just gonna get a bowl of soup.
You want to get a bowl of soup?
Or maybe I should get a.
You get a bowl of soup. I'm not going to say no to it because I can go to the bathroom. I don't know how you
Danette
go
wants
the
to
whole
go to
night
the bathroom.
with not going to the bathroom. Hey, look at that. They're doing a construction.
George Lopez, the kittens get sad without you, Penelope says. I love watching you guys drive through the city. Really cool perspective at night, Andrew says.
Ooh.
Andrew Pfaff says.
Junior.
Is the P silent, Andrew? I'm assuming it is. So I'm saying
soup
Pfaff.
and disco fries.
Soup and disco fries? Who said that?
Holla.
Allah says soup and disco. You know, disco fries is a very old school Bronx thing. Remember the disco fries?
All right. So I think it's on 3rd Avenue, if I'm not mistaken. Do me a favor and just look it up.
I'll look it up.
Oh, you know where it is? Yeah, I think it's on 3rd Avenue. It's right after Dangerfields. Was that on 3rd? I don't remember.
I better look it up.
Okay, so we're passing Bellevue Hospital.
I'm gonna look it up. Let's
Bellevue is to your right. One of the oldest hospitals in America. Right here to the right.
It's like, why can't I get anything to work
And
tonight?
then-
My hands don't work.
Here it is. Here's the new part of it that they just made. We literally lost half of the people because of part 3.
I know. I'm sorry.
I don't care. It's just that you're gonna wait. You're gonna miss out on such a good story. I wish you would start your story.
Waiting a little bit. Oh, First Avenue.
It is
1133
First.
First Avenue.
Okay, so we'll go there
So
so I can
that's
go to
good.
the bathroom.
Then that has to go to the bathroom anyway. You know, Danette will stop at these places just because she wants to go to the bathroom.
Unless we just go home, and by the time we get home, we could end it then. We could do that too. I go over the bridge.
What's up to you, bud?
Put the thing on for the bridge so we can go over the bridge. We'll show them Queens. How's that?
Okay.
All right. So
Okay.
put
Okay.
in
Which?
home, right, and then I'll go straight down towards the
Okay.
bridge.
Then it says put in the home.
I'm here. Anthony, start your story.
Just says still go to the Midtown Tunnel.
Yeah, but we're
Don't
gonna
go.
pass it, and then it'll tell us to go the other way. Look, we're
Yeah.
passing
Just
it
keep
now.
going.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I'm gonna go.
All right. Okay, go ahead.
Let's see. I know, but I gotta wait and try to
Okay.
get this. It's not working, so don't worry about it. I'll just tell you where to go.
It doesn't matter. Just tell your
Eventually.
story. Good.
I gotta refresh my thing because I can't see everybody. But
Oh my God, Anthony.
I really do.
Anthony, I'll figure it out. Just tell your story.
There, I had to refresh the thing. All right, I'll tell the story. Well,
where is it here?
It's not going to come over there. I can't get it to go up there.
All right, so go ahead. You want to tell your story? Go ahead. So where were you? Which one were you going to tell?
Oh, I was going to talk about the. I wanted to talk about.
Let me go this way. I don't want to lose
that time that we had Thanksgiving at my house. You know, because this is all about Thanksgivings with my mom.
Yeah, but we already told that story.
No, I didn't at all. You mean the time? No, Thanksgiving at our house.
You said my house.
I meant you and I.
Oh, okay, good.
I was like, like the years went by. Like Danette said, we tried many different ways to please mom. We tried the various ways. There was the Chinese buffet way, which was not our best idea, but it was a complete failure. We did that. We tried the go and let's see, what was this? There was plenty of ideas. One year we tried a new idea, which we called "Everybody gets to have whatever they want." They could just pick what they want.
Yeah,
we told my mom, "You come over to our apartment. We're gonna cook dinner. Well, we're gonna make dinner, but we're gonna do it different this year. We're not gonna make everything. We're just gonna Danette said she was just gonna cook one particular thing that one person would like, and what
and
did
then
I
we'll
say?
go to Fairway.
And we're gonna go to Fairway,
and it was high-end fancy store. And just
Fairway always had all these things for Thanksgiving, right? Where you could go and you could ask, pre-order, or go and pick up your own things, get their stuffing, their mashed potatoes. It was an easy. We figured it was an easier way to do Thanksgiving dinner.
I could see it already. We're close, and
Oh, you see it already, babes?
I could see it
So it was an
already.
easy way to do Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, it's okay. It's in front of me. Good.
It was going to be an easy way for us to do Thanksgiving dinner. We'll go and pick up. We figured we'll go and pick up these things. We picked up my mother in the morning and we brought her with us. We brought her and we said we're going to pick up all the food together, and you can pick whatever you want, and we're only going to get so much. And my mother was like that sounds like a really good idea, and I thought it was a good idea. I only had one request. I went like this. I had one request from Danette. I said to her, can I have one thing? Wait, guys, there has to be a slight break. I gotta see where we're supposed to go.
Here we go.
Turn right over there.
Yep, I got it now.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
All right.
There's the diner. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's right over there.
All right, good.
So the request that I had, I told Danette, I said, "Can I have one thing, honey? Can you just make me your stuffing, the stuffing with the sausage?" I asked Danette, and she said, "Of course, babe, I can make you the sausage
Jesus
stuffing."
Christ.
She said it was all very nice, and she said,
"You want to show you something?"
Danette went like this, and she said, "Of course I can make you the stuffing. It'll be so nice. I'll give you the stuff. I'll make the stuffing, the one you like. But you know what I'm gonna do?" She said like this. "You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna make you a small one. I'm gonna make a little one.
I'll make it because
it's just enough for all of it. Because there's only gonna be 3 of us. It's not a lot of people, and we don't want a whole lot of leftovers." And I said, Are you sure?
No, because I was still buying the stuffing from the
Because we were
store
still buying store stuffing
that didn't have sausage in
that didn't
case you
have
didn't want
sausage.
sausage.
It's in case my mother didn't want sausage.
Are we gonna go
I
over the
said
Queensboro or Ed? What is it? Ed Koch Bridge
the
now?
Ed Koch Bridge. It's currently referred to as. You could leave it. You could
I
turn
want
it.
to show
Turn it.
them the bridge. Hold
Show
on.
them the bridge. Show them the
It's
bridge.
not in all the way. All right, go ahead, Aunt. Let's keep talking.
So I said it's all right, all right. Well, I'm getting the extra stuffing, so there'll be two kinds of stuffing, Anthony. And I said, okay. I was just like, okay, I know it's all right. Then that's gonna make me my own personal stuffing. It's just gonna be all for me, because my mother said, oh, I don't like sausage stuffing.
By the way, this over here is the. This right here is the Roosevelt Island Tramway.
Yes, that's the tram that goes to
And there's
Roosevelt
people
Island.
getting on right now.
Oh
to go.
yeah, I see some
See?
people heading back to Roosevelt Island. I always wanted to go on a sky tram.
You did?
I've never been on that.
I've never been
I've
on
never
it
been
either.
on Roosevelt Island.
And I am not interested because I'm
Then
afraid
it's
of
not
heights.
interested.
Look ahead.
Anyway,
Okay, so we're on the lower level.
so Danette, so I asked it, and Danette said it's all right because my mother said she doesn't want any sausage stuffing. She doesn't want any of the stuffing. And
So like a
I
small
figured
amount isn't like
a small
a
amount.
bowl. It's like
So
a
now
small tray. I would make it in a
a
tray
small tray.
instead
She
of a
made a
big
small
tray.
tray, and there was like small amounts of everything. There was plenty of stuff for the three of us. And Danette made sure, she said, to get enough so that we could all have seconds if we wanted it. And I was like, okay, because I like seconds on Thanksgiving. That's part of my jam. I like seconds. The quarter sink full. That's right, a quarter
Oh
of a
my
sink.
God.
Triple G. I only wanted a quarter of a sink. That's all Danette was making, just for me, quarter of a sink. So my mother comes over, comes with us, buy the food, we come home, and she's like sitting around, she's waiting, and you can almost see her thinking, I'm really hungry. When are they going to serve the food? Because she would get that look on her face. Remember, she was the Gavone in the family.
Oh my God.
She had the look on her face when Danette says, I better get the food ready. So we get all the turkey, we put everything out, we put the food out, and Danette does that silly mistake again. She thinks like we're going to sit and like say grace or something. So
It's
like
not silly. It takes 2 minutes.
Danette and I turned our back for a few seconds, and my mother's plate was full. And I figured like, okay, it doesn't matter. She filled her plate, and she took some of that stuffing that she said she didn't want. My stuffing. Remember the sausage stuffing?
Well,
She took
what
some
I
of the
did
stuffing,
is,
but I was all right with that because
no, I made
You
the
did it?
plates.
You made-
I
that's
made the
right.
plates up
Danette made
first,
the plates
and there was
up.
leftover on the table.
But what was the part about me that was different? You know the way I am, and I don't like to fill the plate all the way.
No,
So I asked Danette,
because
like,
it's right on the
fill mine
table.
up a little bit less.
I gave
because
all of us the same amount. It
I
wasn't a
like to
lot.
mentally take the seconds.
Yeah, and you want
So
it to be
I had
nice
less
on the
of the
plate.
stuff to begin with. My
Uh-huh.
mother's already got her plate, and she started taking seconds with the firsts still in the plate.
That's right.
So I'm like, okay, whatever. I was like, okay, so I'm eating my what?
Good.
Oh, what do you want to look at?
I just want to see the directions
the
when
direct.
you took
Oh, you want to see the directions?
Yeah, just to get on that other highway. That's all right. Okay, go ahead. Keep
Jackson
talking.
Avenue, I think it's. Oh no.
Go ahead.
Oh, so I wanted to set. So like she's got the seconds in the plate with the firsts. So I was like, all right. So like Danette says, let's say grace. That was the first thing that went wrong. She said, let's say a little something, just to say grace.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
I think you got to go this way. You're
Yeah,
going the right way.
but it's not showing me. Where?
Yeah, it
hold
is.
on.
Right
Yeah,
this
where?
way.
Where is it showing? You
We're
got this
going
on
the
the
right way, and
bottom.
now we're going to go in
Okay.
that way to the right over here, and then where they're going. See,
Okay.
follow these guys.
All right.
I got to turn this over. Oh, look.
Okay, go ahead.
And you can see it. See, you're going the right way, I believe.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't know why you can't get it on the
Just go ahead.
thing. Nothing's working tonight, guys. Nothing's
Yeah,
working.
like as usual.
It's not as usual. It's technical
It's
difficulties.
usual.
There's technical difficulties, and there's reasons for technical.
And then there's advertisements, which I don't understand.
That's what pays for the thing.
What is this?
It's
Man, people wanna
advertisements.
the story. Keep going.
All right. So Danette said, like, let's say grace, which was probably not a good idea. So she goes like, well, all right, we'll say grace. And like my mother's already eating. She's already Jewish. She's already eating. And Danette gave me the look and said, okay, Grace. That's what she said. Danette looked at me and said, okay, Grace.
Okay,
All
so
right, so start to eat. So I'm like eating. My mother's like eating. She's taking seconds with the firsts. She's like making sure the thing. So I ate that little bit. The neck gave me that little bit of the stuffing,
yep.
which was the special stuffing just for me. I told her, just give me a little because I'm going to take more. So like I'm gonna take more. And there was this mashed potatoes, and there was a little more mashed potatoes for each of us, like enough for like 3 more seconds if you wanted mashed potatoes. So like I got up as I do to go to the bathroom, and
Am I
Danette went
going the
into the
right way, or
kitchen.
was I supposed to go that way?
I do not know.
I don't understand this thing.
I think you're supposed to go straight.
All right, good. Then why wasn't I already straight? That doesn't make sense.
I don't know. It looks like you're straight.
But that says Van Dam
Where's Van Dam?
there. I don't understand this thing.
But that's where you're going is Van Dam later.
Oh.
Danette, you could pull over and I
No,
could
I
fix
don't
this.
understand this thing. So how
I
can I
don't know
want?
why.
And I don't have my glasses, and I'm driving. I'm driving. I have no
know,
glasses. I don't know where I'm going.
Danette,
And
as you could see, this
you
technical.
see, this is
difficulties
Anthony's
involved.
fault. I want you guys to witness this. This is his fault. I am driving. You figure that out.
This thing won't go on. I
Well,
don't know
then,
why it won't
damn
make
it.
It won't make a connection, and I don't know why.
All right, I'm just going. Whatever.
It won't make a connection. I'm sorry. I
All right.
can't do it.
Okay, I guess we're not going home. That's all.
I,
That's it. We're
All
not
right.
going home
You're
because I
gonna
don't know
stay
where
with
I'm
us,
going.
guys. This says we're going the right way.
All right, go ahead with your story, you pain in the neck. Go ahead.
Here to the right.
Tell your story.
Stay on the right. We're
I
gonna
am,
make a
I'm
right
staying.
on Van Dam Street.
All right, go ahead. Keep telling your
All
story.
right. So I don't remember where I am on the story. I got to.
So you finished your.
I
You
finished. So
your,
I had to go
your
to the bathroom.
food.
That's what it was. I did not I finished the. I did not finish my food wholly. I had to go to the bathroom, like I do occasionally. So I had to go to the bathroom. I got up. I went to the bathroom, and I think Danette told me later she went in the kitchen for a minute. When I got back to the table, what are we putting the hearts in the chain? Thank you.
Oh, I remember now. Okay.
When I got back to the table, I looked at I looked at my mother's plate and I looked at the bowls that had the seconds in them. I looked at there and I looked there and I noticed everything that was in the bowls was now in my mother's plate. She had like this dome of food, mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing.
But all the stuffing.
All the stuffing. All the stuffing that I asked for. It was all, and she's like forking it. She's forking it and mixing it and like doing this, and she's like feeding us. And I was like, "What happened to the stuffing?" And Danette gave me one of these.
What am I going to say?
Like, what am I supposed to say? What happened to the stuffing? The stuffing is
George,
good,
you
Aunt.
say that every time, George.
The stuffing is good, Aunt. She's like,
it was way too much for her to eat. It was
way too much food for one tiny woman to eat. So what happens is this: at a certain point, she just stopped eating it because that was it. God, come on, she's like the height of my hip.
I'm stuffed.
I'm stuffed, Dan. I was like, all the food that was supposed to be my meal was in her bowl, in her plate, and that was it. That was the Thanksgiving. I actually did not have seconds of anything. That was the smallest amount of. I did not even finish the first.
Oh
because
no,
I asked for the next.
No, the worst was at Jimmy's house.
Yes, worst was Jimmy's house. All right, here's another one. I'm gonna tell you the story of. See, you're just supposed to go straight, and then you're gonna make a left, buddy.
I got it now.
There was nothing to get worried about.
Look at that guy's license plate. Why would you want your license plate to say that Monsanto?
Guy's license plate says Monsanto.
Why do you want it to be that?
Who the hell has Monsanto as their license plate? Is it Mr. Monsanto?
Why would he be here and why would he be with a broken up car?
Why is he driving a broken down car?
It's Bill Gates.
It's Bill Gates. Why the Monsanto? But
That's
why?
right.
But you remember?
The
Let's
GM of
go. It's the
Monsanto.
GM Monsanto.
Probably is the CEO.
Ladies and gentlemen, a brand new Monsanto. Da, 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 da. I don't know why I'm doing the Carol Burnett theme, but
Hey, we didn't say happy birthday to everyone.
happy
Everybody's
birthday
November
to you.
birthdays.
And tell anyone in the chat who has a November birthday, pop back in the chat. Tell us when your birthday is.
I
Who's
think
having a November
I think
birthday?
someone's November 7th. I think
Who's
that's
doing the November
Adriana, maybe.
birthdays?
I don't know.
Anybody in the chat? Because we want to do birthdays here.
November
I almost
birthdays.
feel like
Happy
telling you, yeah,
birthday.
you guys should tell us all your birthdays. Tell us all your personal
Oh,
information. What's your
stop.
what's your bank codes?
All right, get to Jimmy's house.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the brand new GM Monsanto.
January 10th will be 73. I know that's Joseph because I remember
Was that
that.
January 10th? That's
Jet is
January.
so brave to drive in New York City, but local.
No, who's that? Mary Wave. We're brave. We're only
My
partially
daughter
brave.
turns 13 on November 13th. All
Happy
right.
birthday
Happy birthday.
to your daughter.
Nice. Hey, ARB, how are you?
ARB,
Good to see you.
how's it going?
November 5th
November 5th for
is
Foxy?
Steven? Foxy? All
November
right.
5th. Oh, that's an auspicious day.
Oh, and ARB is the 9th. Wow, we have a
ARB
lot
is
of
the 9th.
Novembers
Happy
this year.
birthday, happy early birthday.
right.
If we don't see you on the 5th, happy
My
birthday to
cousin
you.
and my nephew, November 23rd, both of them. Nice.
November birthdays.
Okay, let's sing. You ready?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Hail, hail, the gang's all here. What the heck do we care? What the heck do we care? Hail, hail, the gang's all here. What the heck do we care now? Happy birthday to you, whoever you are. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Fill in the blank, Stephen and AOB and everyone else and everyone
Every
else and
November
people
guy and
and
girl.
every November person.
Happy birthday to you.
All right.
You done with that?
I'm done.
I saw someone in there, or a color I never saw before, an orange or something. Someone's in orange. You don't need that on
I
no
don't
more. You
need
can
that
just
on.
tell
That
me.
knows how to get home.
Just tell me who that was. Somebody
Oh, all right.
knew.
I gotta go back to the videotape.
All right, going back to the videotape. Now, while you're doing that, I'll just
I don't see anybody orange.
like an orange color or pink or something bright.
I see pink K.
Who's that?
K-Jack.
Oh, K-Jack.
That was K-Jack with the pink K.
Okay, thank you.
My son, who lives in Manhattan, across the street from Sarge's, is tomorrow, November 2nd.
Oh,
Happy birthday to your son,
who's
K-Jack.
that? K-Jack. We were thinking of going to Sarge's tonight. It was either going to be Veselka or Sarge's.
Yes, those
and we
were our
decided
choices.
Veselka.
If we'd gone to Sarge's, we could have knocked on your son's door.
Do you see all the like there's so much there's in New York City there's always like
some other part of the road to fix.
Or not, when they finally fix it, it has to be redone all over again.
Sometimes you hit a spot and you just destroy your car like we do. All right, now continuing on with Thanksgiving. I'm going to continue on with Thanksgiving, folks. I bet you didn't know there could be more. But there is. Myrna,
there's more.
Sonia, there's more. HC, more. Stephen Fox, more. One more. There's one more.
There's one more
Danette
maybe
pointed
for
it out to
tonight,
me.
but there's even more than
There's
that.
more than that. You know,
But
there's
go
a
ahead.
lot of Thanksgivings and a lot of strange stories.
And a lot
But
of
one of them
fighting over
was
where we go.
there was only one Thanksgiving where we all, and I don't even know why we did it, where we all trooped
Because
over.
my mother passed away.
That's right. That is the
That's
reason.
the reason.
Danette's mom,
And it
God
wasn't the
bless her,
year she
Danette's
passed
mom
away. It was
had
the year
passed away.
after.
A couple of years after
Or
she
a
had
couple of
passed
years,
away.
yeah.
Like a couple of years after her mom had passed away. Um, Danette's father was dating a lady.
Yep.
He had like a girlfriend at the time. And he and his girlfriend and us and my mother were all invited to go to Danette's
Thank
brother's
you
house.
so much, Christian.
Is that Christian?
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So go ahead.
And we all decided to go to Danette's brother's house.
And my brother's name is Jimmy, one of my
brother's
brothers.
name is Jimmy. Now keep in mind, he lived very far away. It's a long drive. And I don't know. All right, I won't go too in depth about Jimmy, but he has some odd habits. The house is a little strange.
But it's not that strange. But
It's not that strange.
what was strange is what we ate. It was Boston chicken.
He decided to go a different route for Thanksgiving. He had the Boston chicken catered Thanksgiving. It was a Boston chicken turkey. Fully like that you roast in the bag. You have to go to Boston Chicken. You get it. You have all the Boston Chicken fixins, and they were extra food and things. So basically, they had to expand a table. It was one of those affairs where you have to like add on a table to a table because there's not enough room
We're in
for
Left Rack
everybody.
City right now. We're on
In
the
Left Rack
LIE.
City.
On the
That's
Long
that
Island
green
Expressway.
sign on top of this big building.
Okay, go
So it
ahead.
was one of those affairs where you got to add on extra room to the table. You ever been on one of those things at a family get together where there's no room for everybody, but they expand the table, and so the room, yes, Boston Chicken Thanksgiving, Myrna. So we're all sitting around and like. I don't know how it happened, but this is part. That's why Danette said that actually wasn't the least amount of food I ever ate on Thanksgiving. That time at my house where my mother took my seconds and thirds. That was not.
No.
This was the one. Because here's the deal. When you have a ginormous multi-table table and it's in this small room, somebody is always going to be picked to sit in that spot that nobody can get to, that person can't get up or get out without making everybody else around the table
Robert.
get up and leave.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Robert?
Yes.
Hey, Robert. So it's one of those tables.
Because he was pretty much in the corner.
So I was the one who was chosen to be pinned against the wall.
Yeah, but you and my father, because you guys, all the girls were going to get up and get the stuff.
Older girls were going to serve.
You were going to serve, get served, yeah.
Everybody's sitting on
the
the outside.
So the guys were in the inside.
And my mother was as far outside as possible. She was literally sitting in the doorway. So she could like reach into the kitchen and grab more food. So like she
was a hungry woman. She was a hungry woman.
I'm pinned against the wall. Her father is pinned against the wall next to me. And but her father has like his girlfriend to like hand him things. And Danette's way far away from me. And Danette is like everybody's serving themselves all for this food that comes onto the table. And I can't reach anything. So I'm like relying on Danette to reach all the way across the table, grab my plate with her fingertips. It was like,
wait,
whoops, I shouldn't have did that. I grab my food with her fingertips like this. Here's the plate. Take my plate like that.
I can't see.
And then, like, put a little food in the plate and then hand it back to me. So she hands me back the plate. And again, I have this like stupid habit here, like I told you. I like to be able to put more food in my plate after I finish the amount that I want. I want to eat all right, give me one slice of turkey, give me one spoonful of corn, give me one spoonful of that stuffing. That's it, small spoonful. And then I want to eat that, and then I want more. So I took this small amount. The neck could barely reach me. She's handing me the plate back. I'm leaning all the way over. It's like the jaws of life. I'm reaching across this table for the thing, and like I get the plate in front of me, and I'm eating. I have nothing to drink because nobody could reach me with the water or a soda or anything. I'm like that. Connie's handing her Connie,
It's all right.
like uh, Danette's dad's girlfriend Connie. Her name was Connie. He's handing him stuff. He's okay. He's right next to me. He's okay. He's like yeah, and his girlfriend is saying, "Do you want me to give you anything, Anthony?" I felt bad. I didn't want to say yes because like she would have to get up and walk around the table. I figured Danette's giving me something. It's all right. It's all right. So like I ate my little amount of food, and again I had to get up and go to the bathroom. Why does this happen to me? I go to the bathroom, which is in an
You don't go
oddball
all
place.
night, but at Thanksgiving you got to go to the
I
bathroom.
go to the bathroom. I come back and I squeeze back into my space. Everybody's got to get up. I get back into my thing where I'm pinned against the wall, and then all of a sudden, like my mother, who'd been eating nonstop the whole time, because every platter was in front of her. She was literally eating out of the serving dishes, basically. She goes, "I'm really full." And then her brother, who's like nuts, goes, "You know what? Yeah, is anybody else hungry?" And I was like, I didn't know what to say. I was like looking at the net,
And I was like,
and
okay,
they
I'll
all
get you
start
some more. I know you
they
didn't
all
have a
start.
lot.
Danette said, "I'll get you some more, Anthony." And my mother from the other side of the table with the serving plate in front of her goes, "More? We're all stuffed." I was like, "Danette, no more." I said, "No more. It's all right. I don't need anything else. That's it."
Your mother was
They all
always a
started,
pain
and
in
then
the
my mother
ass.
jumped up and started cleaning the table off. She was like, I was like before you knew it, I figured when they get up and leave, Danette whispered in my ear. She went like this. "When they get up and leave, they're going inside. I'll get you something and I'll fill the plate up again." And then when they got up to leave, she started taking all the dishes off the table.
Your mother
Then
was a
Connie,
pain in the
my
ass.
father-in-law's girlfriend, goes like this: "No, maybe you should leave it in case somebody else wants something." And then she's like, "Nobody else wants anything." Or like, "No one wants anything." And her brother's like, "Yeah, everyone's full." And they're carrying the food inside, and they all put it away. And then everyone lived happily ever after, except for me. And then I had to drive home 300 miles back to New York.
Does it bother you that much?
Yes, it bothers me. You love Thanksgiving. It's one of my nice holidays.
You
I love going for a nice civilized meal. I love civilizzed meals. I like a planned plate. I love everything in its spot. Like here's the turkey, here's the gravy, the mashed potatoes, here's the
Hey, listen.
stuffing. I want it to like, thank you, thank you. Like in those pictures, like it's like Norman Rockwell. I never had the Norman Rockwell. I never had the Norman Rockwell. I had Norman
Takes you
Bates
right
when I
back
was
to your
growing up.
childhood being with us. We're
Does it?
both
Who said
from
that?
we're both from Italian background families, and there's never a dull moment.
Never a dull
Never.
moment. Never a
Now
dull
I could see
moment.
better. Now I'll be thinking of Danette and Anthony at Thanksgiving dinner.
The
Sonia said.
Thanksgivings with
Emma
my
said
mom.
that, and I'm 42. Listen, nothing beats the story of your mom. I know it's not Thanksgiving, but it's not fair. You are right. Oh, come on. What is going on? Why did that happen?
I don't know. I don't even
If
know
this
what that
goes out
is.
again, I'm going to die. Norman Bates. Okay, can we tell the one last story before we go off?
There's another one.
There is another one. It's not Thanksgiving, but
Did we dim? By the way, did you guys see the camera dim? Camera
if
didn't go
anything
off,
can go
obviously.
off. No, we could see them right here. I see them right here.
Okay, that was very weird.
Triple G said mom was like in front of low hanging fruit. Anthony, on the other hand, needed a ladder.
I needed the ladder. I always needed the ladder. What
What's
was the
happening
what's
on
what's
Friday?
what's happening on Friday?
Oh, on Friday. We're going out to dinner,
We're going out to dinner. Friday
and
is
we're going to do a vlog, not
we're going to film.
a live. But let's tell the story, Anthony. Tell the story of when your cousin. One more story. It's not Thanksgiving
My
related, but
cousin.
it is a story that's party related.
Oh,
Your
party related.
cousin had a shower, and listen. You guys
But
think we're
this is like an
hilarious, but this is
addendum.
all
This is like
true.
another. This is like another special edition. Actually,
I
this
know,
is places Danette took my mother.
but this one you got to tell the story.
I have to tell the
You
story
have to tell
because
the
this
story
is partially
because now you're
places Danette
sitting.
took her.
I went to every baby shower and wedding shower that was on his side of the family
I know.
because
Yes,
I'm the girl, right? So, and there's a lot to
was
the
like a
stories,
rule.
but
Was like a
this
rule.
one story, I hate when the bangs do that. This one story, Anthony, you have to tell the story because we like it's just so you have to hear this, okay? So I want to make sure I say it right. Um, all right, so we went to the shower and she was
Triple G thinks live streams are more fun.
okay. Well, anyway, I was going to a wedding shower for his cousin, and so because I was dating Anthony, we weren't even married
We
yet.
weren't married.
I
We were
had to
not
go
married. I
halvesies.
lived at home
So yeah,
with my mother.
thanks, Dolly. I don't look 16. Oh my god.
I always said that. I said that for years. I
Silly.
want to tell you something, Dolly.
Oh come
I'm
on.
going to tell you something. She would used to get
Exactly, T. It's the true stories. This is what really happened.
She still got
His mother was crazy. She was nuts.
she still got carded. Danette, I mean, she still got asked for her ID at like bars and things. Up until the age of like 40, they would ask her
I
for
don't
her
look young
ID.
anymore, but I used to look young. I always looked younger than everybody else. But anyway,
But then I used to run into these friends, and I know this is going to
oh
sound cruel,
God, you're so
but I'm
mean.
allowed to be cruel because I'm me. I know this is going to sound cruel. She would run into friends
Really?
who never recognized
really?
her.
Mary Wave?
She would run into friends who never recognized her, but she recognized them. Because one thing,
Oh, Anthony,
I don't
don't
know
tell
if you
another
know about
story.
that.
Come on, we
Danette
gotta go to
never
bed at
forgot a
some
face.
point.
Danette never
Thanks,
forgot a
Sonia.
face in her life.
No, I can't remember
So she
names
would
of
go like
things, but
that.
I know faces.
She would go like this. I went to school with that girl, and I'd look at the girl and I'd go, "Girl, where's there a girl? You mean that like elderly woman over there?" I'm like, why does she look like a scarecrow,
You know, that's
and you look
mean.
like you're
Aunt,
like a
stop.
teenager?
Aunt, that's mean. Don't be mean, Aunt.
Is
That's
that
so
mean of me?
dumb.
Is that mean?
Yes,
Because
it is.
if
It's
someone had told me that was
mean.
mean, I wouldn't do it.
I still would do it. You're mean.
Actually, I would still do
All
it.
right, so listen, go ahead. Tell your story. Tell the story. All right, so let me not eating stuffing from the kitchen
Right.
sink.
No, it's not an eating stuff from the sink.
Oh,
Not eating stuff
that
from the
reminds me
kitchen
of my
sink
cousin
keeps you
Angela
young.
because he is young. Exactly. I'm around 52. That's right. Not.
So there was a shower. There was going to be a shower. It was my cousin, my side of the family.
Okay, your
my
cousin's
mother
the
always
guy
had
though, and his girlfriend.
his girl. He was
They were
married.
getting
He was getting married
and
to.
so she was not really family either.
She wasn't family yet.
But we were the girlfriends. Okay, go ahead.
So the girlfriend had to go. So Danette was invited because she was my
right,
girlfriend.
and I had to pay for half of the gifts.
I am that man's cousin, so
All right.
like she's invited. Danette's invited, and the party
is like
it's
months
in the
months
future.
before.
I'm talking like I don't mean like 2 months from now.
No,
I mean
months.
Like
but his mother is such a pain in the
it's winter
ass.
time and the party's in the depths
Oh,
of
come
summer.
on. Why does that keep happening? It goes
I don't know. There's something
what is going
the matter with these
on?
phones.
No, just keep talking and then we'll end it. Come on, keep going.
There's
Don't
something
fuss.
in
Just
the
keep
depths
going.
of summer. So like the party was my mother decided that they did that thing where how people go and they do like the registry, like you so that
Oh yeah, like
they
what
get
you could
what
get.
they want.
Well, long story short, we were getting a microwave, and it was a big microwave.
It was a
like
big microwave.
years ago, it wasn't for heating up; it was for like cooking in.
Yeah,
and it was
remember how big
expensive, and I had
microwaves
to go
used to be?
half. I had to
had to
like.
go half.
Oh, I didn't have any
had
money
no
back
job.
then.
She had no
It was
money.
terrible.
And
But
Danette
I had
worked
a job, but it was a shit job.
Yeah, then that was when Danette had hit rock bottom. That was when she was basically.
That was when I was at rock bottom.
Yeah, she was at rock
I was
bottom.
the best worker
she
there.
Had
though.
rock bottom prices
All right,
and
go
rock
ahead, get
bottom
back to
pay.
it. So we had to get the microwave. So I drove. I had the car. His mother didn't have a car, and so I would be the one driving us to the party.
And I couldn't go because they were very strict.
Why
about
would you
the whole
go?
thing.
You're a guy.
I'm a guy. I can't go.
Yeah, you can fit a horse in the
I can't
microwave.
drive. I
Right.
didn't drive at the time. I didn't even have a license at that time.
Yeah, we were young. Go ahead.
We were younger. And Danette goes like that.
The boat is sinking.
It's like, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? Like,
so we would. You and I
heavy.
were trying to. No, it wasn't just that. See, the day of the shower, I cannot pick up that. Neither one of us could pick up that thing. Was gigantic.
Neither one of them could pick it up.
It was like one of those old TVs. It was very big.
Here's the
it was
deal.
the biggest gift that this woman was getting. Okay, it was very expensive.
Danette, let me point out one thing.
Good.
Is that Danette
and I had a bad
back problems
so
her whole
I couldn't
life.
lift it.
My mother went like this. My mother's idea that the two of them were going to be like moving men, and she takes one side, and
that meant just me
my
picking
tiny
it up.
mother takes the other side, and they hump it into the place like this.
I wasn't doing that.
They bring their
I wasn't
hand
gonna hurt my
truck
back
and they're
again.
like rolling it in, like they're moving couches.
Yeah, they did. They were huge, George. Huge. They were so.
They were gigantic.
Big.
They used to weigh like a car engine. That's right. So
go ahead.
My mother has to get it.
So we had to get it way ahead because she's a pain in the ass. We had to buy it ahead.
Oh, we got to buy it now.
Make sure we get it. So we had to go pick it up at the store. Blah blah blah.
And
then wait, we're almost there. Holla, hold on. So then Anthony and I were talking about it because she didn't think. She's just like just do this for me, do this. You don't think. So we have to make all the decisions.
And I went like this. What did I say to you? I said it, right?
Yep.
I was alone with Danette.
And we were sitting in the car one day.
I said, Danette, I got an idea. Why don't I just take
Let me have a V8.
I could have a V8.
Good.
I said to Danette, why don't we just bring the microwave up to his mother's house?
Because that's another thing. We lived in the Bronx. They lived in Yonkers.
I'll give it to them. I'll leave it in Yonkers.
And the party was at Yonkers, not far from where they lived. Right.
And then I'll wrap the empty box, which will be light as a feather.
Right, and we could just carry the box in.
And you two ladies just carry the box
in, and she could unwrap it.
Anthony, that's brilliant.
I did.
My mother, however, did not think that was such a brilliant idea. Anything to add to that, Danette?
So we told her this wonderful idea.
I told her the wonderful idea.
And she ripped him a new one.
No,
after I left.
Yeah, it went something like this.
I went home, we were dating.
It went something like this. Danette and I both said, we can't bring it.
There's nothing else we can think
house.
of.
This is the only way.
And then they don't. Hold on, can I just say? And then they don't have to. And then they don't have to worry about taking it from the restaurant either, because where we were dropping it off was where they lived. So it was the mother's house, and she lived in an apartment
the restaurant was across the street.
Across the street on the other side of the highway.
From their house.
Right. So we were like, this is the best. And then when we told your aunt about it, she was like, oh my God, that's the best idea ever. Because it'll already be here. You don't have to worry about anybody picking it up.
Sounds like a great idea.
Okay,
we'll keep it a secret.
We'll keep it a secret. I'll cover it.
My mother said, no way. No way.
I'm not an animal.
The steam's coming out. She's like, I'm going to look like an asshole. How dare you do that to me? I can't do that. I was like, Mom, I can't do it any other way.
And she was like,
you guys can't.
And you were like, calm down. You told me the next day that you were like, wait, hold on. So the next day after I left you, you said that you were like up all night fighting with her. Tell the way it happened.
Yeah, because it happened like
she
this.
was
I didn't get to that part.
No, before we brought it to the house. It's when you told her.
Yeah, I told her about it. I told her about it. I said, Ma, this is what we're going to do. We can't do it any other way.
You have no choice. This is the way it's going to be.
And Danette was there when I told her that.
Yes.
So she could only steam so much because it's only a little steam. It was like leaking out of the ears.
And then he told me the next day.
There was little flames coming out of her nostrils. It was very little. It was a very small flame. Then it was a very small flame. Her fingertips tips were shooting little sparks. It was nothing. And then me and Danette went and hung out in the car as we usually do, lovey dovey, our arms around each
And then I
other,
went
talking to
home.
each other. And then Danette dropped me off at my house, and I went upstairs, and I figured, oh my God, she's in bed, she's
Yes,
asleep.
he's late.
So it was
He's
like
gonna go
one
to
of these
bed.
things. I walk into my bedroom, and there's literally a shadow by the door, like this, in the
No
dark.
light on.
No light on, in the dark. It's a
It's like
tiny
lighting
little,
a candle.
tiny little silhouette. And I hear her voice. All I hear is a voice. How could you do this to me? I'm like, Ma, did you actually stay up to tell me that? I am not going to live this way, Anthony. You're going to make me look like a fool. How can you do this? All night, for like 3 hours, I couldn't get
Oh
to
my
bed.
God, I'll
I
never
couldn't get
forget
to bed.
that. The next day,
She just kept
he
yelling
said
at
he
me.
didn't sleep all night.
And then
He
she
was
went in her bedroom, and I could hear her from her
like
bedroom
huffing and
going,
puffing.
"You'll pay for this one day." She literally said the phrase, "You'll pay for this someday." I don't know how, but I'll get even with you. She literally said
That's
the
right,
phrase,
Sonia.
I don't know how, but I'll get even with you. I know how you're going to get even with me. You're going to make my life miserable for the next. I remember it was like 8 months until the goddamn wedding shower.
You know, you're
8 months. 8 months. Every night, Danette and I went on dates every day.
Oh, man,
We didn't go
together
on
always.
dates. We were together
We were
every day.
always together.
And I
It doesn't
told
matter.
Danette every day, I was like, oh my God, I got to get out of the car. I never wanted to get out of the car because every night she would tell me how horrible a son I am, how I'm a moron.
And like we're
I'm
laughing,
such
but
a
it wasn't
terrible
funny.
person. How
Like-
could you put me through this? How could you do this to me?
She got even by me eating her stuffing.
Stuffing.
Wait, the story's not over. That's just part one. Hold on.
That's round one.
That was round one. Wait.
That's round one.
So
But-
he had.
But I got my way, and she had to
Yeah.
take the empty box
Yes.
to the shower.
But we went to your aunt's house to finally drop off the microwave.
Drop off the microwave.
And your
That's
aunt,
what my
your
aunt thought it was genius.
Your aunt was your mother's sister, and
Yeah, she thought it
she
was
like, "Oh my
ingenious.
God, what a great idea!
Like,
you don't
what
have
a
to
great
carry
idea.
it.
The neck
It's so
goes like
light.
this.
The box was heavy.
The neck
It's so
goes like
big.
that. You know, but the neck goes like this. She goes, that was Anthony's idea.
I did.
And my
I said it
aunt
was
basically
Anthony
goes like
idea.
this. That's because Anthony's the only one in the whole family with a
It's a
brain.
brain. It's true.
That's the way she talked. He's got brains and nobody else does.
They didn't get
I was
along
like,
too good.
okay,
All right, so
I'll take it.
But you don't remember that I didn't want her coming with us. So obviously, I was driving. She didn't have to come.
She didn't have
But
to
she
come.
had to be
She had to
nosy
come.
body to show her sister my disgusting son or whatever she thought. My horrible son is making me do this. Meanwhile, your aunt loved the idea.
She thought it was
the
a great
best thing.
idea. She
Like,
thought it was
why
a great
doesn't
idea.
everybody do that? So this way you don't have to drive the big heavy gifts back to the apartment. It's work, you know?
So, yeah, it was nice I had support, except for one detail. She didn't tell anyone else that I was a big genius, though. So here's what
It doesn't matter because now the
Doesn't
shower
matter.
comes.
Here's part
I'm
two.
picking up the box. I'm bringing it in
Yeah.
because she's not going to
Chap-
pick it up.
There it goes again.
And then,
Chapter 2. We
okay,
still
so
there?
then,
We still
yes,
there.
so now we're at the shower. Me and Jean. We're at the shower, sitting in the back. And she's
There's
like
the
sitting in the back. She's like
shower.
hiding. She doesn't
I'm
want anyone
home.
to know about the box. She's so upset and still mad. She's like barely talking to me. She's pissed at me now because I'm
she
in
carried
place
the
of
empty
you.
box in, and I'm
I'm in place of
replacing
you.
Danette.
She can't be mad at you, so she's mad at me now.
And
so
I want you to know how it was from my point of view. Danette's there with her. Obviously, I ain't there.
right.
Danette comes home. She drops off my mother, and then I had told Danette, like, can we go out after you get back home? Let's go out and spend some time together.
Mhm.
And Danette said, Anthony, why don't you come down and like whatever? I said, hi, Mom. I said the thing. I got in the car. And Danette looks at me, and she goes like this.
I'm like
She
laughing
goes-
now, but
She's starting. She looks at me with this look on her face. Oh my God! And I was like, "What? What happened?" At the shower, you have no idea what she did. And she goes like this, and she starts to tell me the story. She starts to tell me the story. You want to tell it, or you want me to tell you
No,
what
you're
she
better
told
at
me?
telling it. Do
Yeah.
you remember what I
I
said?
remember what she
Okay.
said. She went like this. She says, "Here's the deal. This is what she says." She goes. She starts to tell me the story. She says, uh, um, she said, "This is what
So that
happened." They get to the part where they're
so
opening
they're
the
opening the
gifts, and
gift,
they're opening the
and it's
gifts, and
light.
everyone's going, "Ooh, ooh! Look
Yeah,
at
and it's a
this! Look
lot
at
of
this!"
people. It's a
It's a
big
lot of
party,
gifts, a lot of
and we're
people,
sitting in the
and they're
back.
all sitting around in a big, massive circle of women. We're all sitting around. My future wife, is sitting in the back, huddled against the wall. All of
That's a
us, we're
lot.
always against the wall. We're
Well,
always
just
pinned
go
by the wall.
ahead.
My mother's sitting in the front because she's got a place of honor because she's in
No,
the
she's
front line.
not. She's in the back with
Oh,
me.
she was in the
Hi.
back.
See, you don't
No,
remember.
I thought it was the
We
front.
were both sitting in the back next to
In
each
the
other.
back. That's
And
right.
now she picks up this big box. Let me tell it some of it, all right? So she picks up this big box. It's huge, but it's light. It's like,
But it's light. There's nothing in
it's
it.
very light.
This box is very
What's
light.
this? She starts to open up the gift.
So she opened it
No,
up.
but she opens up the card first. And it says, I wrote it out because I wrote it out, right? I got the card. I wrote it out from
What does the
Aunt
card say?
Jean and
Aunt
Danette.
Jean and Danette.
And it says,
And they
dear
can't
whatever,
pronounce her
blah,
name
blah,
right
blah.
either, by the way. They go Aunt
Danietta.
Jean and Danietta.
But she never mentions my name, Aunt.
She never
She
mentions
just
Danette.
says,
She doesn't
it's
mention
from Aunt
Danette. She says,
Jean.
"This is
I
from
paid for
Aunt
half.
Jean."
It was
She
expensive.
paid for half of it.
It was hundreds of dollars. For me, that was a lot of
Hundreds
money
dollars.
back then.
That was a lot of money for Danette. She goes, "Oh, it's something from Aunt Jean."
It's Aunt Jean. Oh,
I
we
was like,
love Aunt Jean. And my
"Okay,
name
all
is
right."
right there. I signed it.
But here's the part.
Okay, so then she
Willis,
opens the
Danette
gift.
tells me what
and
happens.
she sees what it is. She sees it's
And
the microwave.
this is what Danette describes
And now go
to
ahead.
me. Danette describes, she opens the thing up and she goes, "Oh, it's the empty box. Oh, is it here?" And her future mother-in-law tells her, "Oh, we have it already. It was brought over.
It's already in the
and
house, in the apartment.
It's over in your apartment already, in the apartment you guys are gonna have." And then the girl goes like this. The girl goes like this, and she goes like this. "Oh my God, this is ingenious! I mean, come on, everybody! Who would think of this but Aunt Jean?
Look at this! What
For
a
God's
great
sake,
idea!
no one but Aunt Jean
Only
could come
Aunt
up with an
Jean will come up
idea
with an
like
idea
this."
like this.
And Danette told me my mother literally stood up. Everybody was applauding.
The whole
Aunt
room was
Jean,
staring
Aunt
at her.
Jean. And they all
And then
went
she
like
went
that.
like
She went like this. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you. Please, no applause, please. Thank you. And she's going like, "Of course you would think of that. Of course. Who but Aunt Jean would come up with
She
that
got
idea?"
all the credit.
Danette goes like this.
I'm
She
like,
goes,
holy crap.
"Who but Aunt Jean would come up with that idea?"
Anthony.
Me. I would come up with that idea.
I swear to God.
Anthony came up with that idea.
Swear
Not
to God,
Aunt Jean.
it
I
is
had
the
a new
truth.
asshole torn down every night for 8 months. From a tiny little woman that hated to carry an empty box.
What did you say?
I had a brand new ass ripped open. A tiny woman for 8 months every goddamn night. Every night. And now it's like, oh, no one but Aunt Jean would come up with this plan.
Oh my God. But yeah, Dolly, when I was at the party, I was so
Danette
angry.
told me, and I was sitting in the car like this.
I wasn't laughing then. But now when I
How
think
is that
about
possible?
it's hysterical. She was so mean to him. Like, she was so mean night after night. First of all, I think she was a little mad that we were going out. Like, she wanted him to stay home, to like put him in like in a corner or something, like as if he was a child. Like,
I had to stay home.
She wanted to punish him, but we would go out every single day. Anytime we weren't working, boom, we met each other. We were together so we could get together till night.
Hala wants to know how long that marriage lasted. That was a good one. That's still going.
They're still
strong.
going. Yeah,
they're still
going.
together. Still together.
So anyway,
not everyone lasts that long, but that one was. Not
Eight
every one of the
months,
ones
Triple
Danette
G.
went and
8
showered for.
months.
Because let me
Oh
know,
my
let me tell you,
God.
there was a whole plethora of showers Danette went to with
Yeah.
my mother.
There was another one I
Showers
went
my
to.
mother, showers Danette took with my mother. That would
There
be
was
another
another
one.
one that I was sick. Like literally I had like 102 fever and I was
Oh, for
like
Jesus
taking
Christ's sake.
Tylenol and I was like, okay, there's no other way she's going to be able to get there unless I take her. So I went and I took her and your aunt, and your aunt was a doll. She knew
Danette
I
was
didn't feel good.
sick. I mean,
I was
real.
so sick and I probably should have just went home and then went back and
I'm
got them
laughing at
later or
this now.
something. It was so far away and I was like, it was freezing in there. And I was like, is anybody else cold? And I realized I was shivering because I had a fever. I was sick.
With Anthony's mother,
And
Joan
then,
Crawford,
and
Joyce.
then
Close.
when I drove her home, she's like, okay, now
She did
you
like
have to
wooden
take
hangers.
my aunt home and I lived in the Bronx. We lived in the Bronx. We had just come from Westchester and she lived in Astoria, Queens. And I was like, look, I just can't do it. Call one of their sons up to come pick you up or take a cab. I'll give you the
Danette
money.
had like
I
103
can't. I
fever.
literally can't. And to prove it, I didn't even see Anthony that day. I said hello
Oh no, she said
and I was
hello and
like,
she
look,
left.
I can't do it. I got to go home. I literally went home, went into the bed and woke up the next day. I was so sick. And I
She had like
still took her to
103
the
fever.
party. And she was so ungrateful and so mean. Do you remember? She was
Yes.
so nasty to me.
Oh my God,
It
she
was
was mean to.
terrible. And I was nothing but nice to her. But the thing, when she stood up and went like this, I swear to God, that's when you wish. Those are moments. Listen,
How come we didn't
those
have
are
cell phones
moments
back then to
when I
tape
wish
it?
I had a cell phone so I could FaceTime Anthony to show
You need
him.
one of those cell phones to FaceTime people back in
And
those
that
days.
story, we talk about it all the time because she was so mean. And she wouldn't even say, no, that was Anthony, or Danette and Anthony came up with the idea. No one
Even
knew.
my aunt, who thought it was a
She
great
knows me. She
idea,
didn't say
she didn't
nothing
say
either.
anything either.
No.
I said, but my aunt knew the truth.
Yeah, we dropped
And
it off.
Then it goes, no,
She
she
didn't
didn't
say
mention
nothing.
it
No.
either.
No.
They just sat there and
Because
wait.
then it made
They
her sister look
They
good.
all sat there and applauded my mother. I was like,
What
oh my
would you have
God.
done, Classy?
I don't know what to do. I was like, you want to know you want to know what I did? I said, Danette, can I go to the diner? I just went to the diner. That's what
I
I did
saved
after
him.
that.
I
Danette
did
saved my
save
life
him.
by taking me to the Tremont Diner.
No, I saved you from your mother is what I saved you from everything.
Oh, she's so sweet.
We
Danette is
could
the
write a
best.
book. It's true. I mean, there's so much more. You guys don't even know half of it.
It was
You don't
always
even know
some
half
weird
of
thing
it.
going on. There's so
It's
many
like
colorful
it
characters.
was like, and back when we were younger, it was so serious. We were serious because we were like going to get in trouble. You know, you're always afraid you're going to get in trouble. You know what I mean?
Yes. I mean, I still haven't told you any good, like, Danette says sometimes, then Anthony, are you ever going to run out of stories?
You say that
And I
every
say,
time.
I still haven't even, like, scratched the surface of another series
We
called
got a frying pan.
Places Anthony Worked. I still haven't
Oh
even
no,
scratched the surface with
that's
that.
no moms in that one.
That needs
No
that needs
moms.
its own series. Odd Places Anthony Worked. I had a lot of strange jobs.
Your
over the
mom
centuries.
was so colorful, Aunt. She was crazy.
Oh my God.
Nothing beats the cake though when we took him to the when we took her to the dog racing and she's talking to a biker.
She's talking to a biker.
We're there on like Mother's Day and she's
Bad guy,
talking
met a
over to a
really nice
biker.
guy. He's inviting me over to
It's like,
Philadelphia.
what? You're not going
Down to
nowhere. Are
Philadelphia.
you crazy? Next minute she's gonna jump on a Harley with him.
I was
What
like,
the hell's going on?
Imagine Anthony taking a Ninja blender.
By the way, since it's November and it's Thanksgiving month, I can't believe we've been talking about Thanksgiving. Before you know it, in 3
It
weeks,
seems so close.
I know, but that's what happens. And then in a couple of weeks, in just a few weeks, it's going to be like everything's Christmas. Right now, I see
Everything's
Christmas
going to be
stuff.
Christmas.
But like they do the Rockefeller tree. I think November 30th. I think this year. Right? They don't even do it in December anymore. They do it in November where they light the tree. And in New York City, when the Rockefeller Center tree gets lit, that's it. It's officially
It's Christmas.
New York is officially Christmas on November 30th
Christmas
when it gets
situation.
Easter will be here soon.
There'll be a Christmas situation going on, a full on Christmas situation, and We have a lot of things planned. You should see the list.
Oh my
You should
God,
see
I
the
should
list.
show you the list.
If Danette shows you the list, you're going to be overwhelmed by it. We have a lot of
No,
things we
dog
want to do.
racing. Dog racing.
Dog racing. Dog racing. We're at the dog track.
Dog track in Connecticut.
It's a lot of
It's not
degenerate
there anymore,
situations. It's
but
not even
yes.
there anymore.
No.
And my mother's meeting this guy from Philadelphia. He's like, yeah, you should come down to Philly.
And that was another
I met a
time.
really nice guy.
That was
over
another
there,
time
and
we
he's a
took
good fella.
Hey, listen, you don't remember. We took her to eat there and we had prime rib and a sundae. And she said, I don't want any of that stuff. And meanwhile, the sundae's now in front of her face. And I was like, Anthony, just buy her another sundae. And she got you mad even then. She's like, no, don't buy me a sundae. But then she ate all your ice cream. Do you remember
She ate
that?
all my ice cream. That's why I say there should be a series called Meals My Mother Ate of Mine.
But didn't want you to have.
Meals my mother ate of Anthony.
So
that belonged to Anthony.
We love Christmas. We're very big Christmas people and holiday. This time of year is big in our family. We love this time of year. We love the holidays.
We're really more about Christmas than Thanksgiving. We always were. Me and Danette, I mean.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess so.
I would say.
Yeah, I would say that too. But Thanksgiving for me is all about my mom and dad. I tear up thinking about it because, my mother cooked everything from scratch, and, the holidays was always like a big special thing in our family and in my extended family. And I just miss her and miss that time.
My mother would bake like 1,000 loaves of bread.
I'm sure a lot of people have that in their family, people that they miss during the holidays. But Christmas has so much, and
That's
Christmas
right,
too.
George. Did you see what George said?
No, what did he say?
George said the first story he heard from Anthony was about the lady's apartment that smelled like eggs.
Oh, yeah, on Easter.
That was the reason, George, that was the reason why when Danette first met me, I very rarely ate eggs.
Right.
And there was a reason. It's because I was childhood traumatized by
Pizza
the
Rustica
apartment in Harlem. In Harlem, there was
see?
this woman that made a version of Pizza Rustica that had like actual hard-boiled eggs inside of the pie. Like they were raw eggs that would cook in the pie, and it would be in there, and like the whole building smelled of cooked egg whites.
Yeah, so
they were stacked up in the hallways. They were like handing them out.
And that was the second
like
story you told,
canes.
because the first story you told was last Christmas. You guys, if anybody is in here that has not seen last year's Christmas episode of us in the house, if you want to see where we live and our Christmas tree and Munchkin, even if you just fast forward a little, check out our Christmas edition of last year. We had so much fun. Do you remember? And you get to see, like, I don't know why I did this. We were new at doing this stuff. And I just like took out jars of stuff. You got to get this. You got to get that. You got to get Manhattan Special, right? And I was just like showing food that we like to eat. I was just being myself. I don't know.
Just girls and angels.
So I have a list of things I want to do and places I want to go for Christmas, but I still have to work. I don't have time off. So it's going to be rough, Rock. It's going to be rough because I want to show you so many things. So we're going to try. And then we're going to do vlogs in between when we don't go live.
Sometimes we miss out on doing things that we intended to do. Like we were going to do for Heather. Heather W. was in here before. We were going to do the scene from Raging Bull. And Danette was going to be Jake LaMotta's wife. And I was going to be Jake going like that. Bring it in here. It's a piece of charcoal. I was going to do, and she was going to go like this in the car.
You want your steak?
You want your steak? You want your steak now?
Yes, hearty burgundy and cream soda. I mentioned you before, Breezy. That's right.
Breezy.
Breezy knows.
That's the beverage of choice.
Hearty burgundy Gallo, not the other ones. They're not as good.
We're getting very close. We're going to go and buy those bottles shortly.
Yeah, we got to go.
I got to start drinking it way before Christmas.
Maybe we should do that on a live stream. If a liquor store is open, we'll go show them Gallo, Hearty Burgundy, and cream soda. I personally don't like cream soda by itself, but in the Hearty Burgundy, it's so good. And I don't drink. And then we're going to get Manhattan Specials. We're going to get something Italian. And I think this year we're going to have maybe lasagna, or I'll make lasagna. I don't know.
You want to make the lasagna? We have so many plans,
There's
so
just
many
too
things we're
many.
gonna
We're probably
do.
going to have. No, I will not forget the Manhattan Special. We have to go look for it. It's still so hard to find. I think we have to go to Brooklyn. It's the only place we're
There's
going to get it.
some things
We can't
some of the
find it
things
in Queens
I,
either
I
anymore.
don't want to promise everything because some of the things we might
We
not
not get
get
to?
to.
Yeah.
Some of the things we might have to squeeze into the same live stream, but that's
Yeah.
okay
Well, look
because
how
we do
long we're
these
on.
long things. I wish I could like do away technical
Yes, all
difficulties.
I do.
I think we got to get
I
some new
think we will,
phones.
Myrna. You know what? I'm going to make a promise right now.
What,
Myrna
that we'll
just
get new
asked me.
phones?
No, we are going to get new phones. We have to do that. We got to get a new computer. That's why we haven't been vlogging, and I want to
The reason we don't
apologize.
do a lot of
It's
vlogs
because our
is because of the
computers,
computer.
we have so many
It is
things we have to
very
do.
difficult for me to
So
use it.
many things I have to get to. But anyway, and we have to decorate, and I don't know when to decorate because Munchkin might knock it all down. She's a pain in my ass.
She's climbing
So
the tree
I don't
like
know
a
what to do
freaking
yet.
monkey.
But I'm gonna make a promise right now that we're gonna do a live making lasagna with the little
Yes.
meatballs. Okay,
With the
Aunt?
little meatballs.
That is a promise.
Oh, you want to
'cause
definitely
I'm
do
definitely
that? I
doing
remember you
that.
said you weren't
No,
sure.
no, we're definitely gonna do it. Alive, we'll do it videotaped.
Just do it live.
All right, we'll do it live.
It'll take a while, but it's all right.
Drunken Christmas live.
I'll be comfortable in the house. I can have my soda and cream soda and my wine, and we can make the tiny meatballs like this. I can't touch
can we
the
play
screen though
Christmas
with the
music?
meat fingers.
Can we play Christmas music?
Yeah, sure. Get all the
We're
copyright
not
strikes you want.
monetized. Who cares?
I don't know. Sometimes you know what is. It's very funny. Sometimes you think you're going to get a copyright claim and you don't. Like at that carousel in the Brooklyn Bridge, I could vividly hear
Polpette.
the music
What's
playing
that?
in the carousel. Meatballs.
Is that what a polpette is?
Yeah, that's
I didn't
Italian
know
word
that.
for
I just
meatball.
learned that. I don't know any Italian at all. Remember, I thought schmuck was Italian.
Who
and
is that? Who said that? Schmucko? Schmuck is Italian, isn't it?
His
No.
turtle's name was Schmucko.
I was like,
That's
not
what
Italian.
she names the turtle.
Schmuck is
Schmucko.
like New York. It's like Yiddish.
And you wanted to know who said that? Emma. Emma said it.
Yes, Popette. That's right, the little meatballs.
Maybe
She makes it
mittens
with
for
the
Anthony so his
meatballs.
fingers don't hit the buttons on the phone and gimbal.
Oh,
I swear to God. I swear to God. But the thing with the gimbal, Anthony, with you taking us for a ride, that was really ridiculous.
No, something was the matter.
That was like a
Something
full
locked.
10 minutes of
It was
bullshit.
such an annoying thing.
Ugh.
The first time it was that screen got locked. I mean, I could have just used the phone the way it was. I would have. You would have had to go like this while you were walking. I was like, I should have put the darn thing on the gimbal to begin with when we went in there, and that wouldn't have happened.
That's true. Well, let's try and do that next time. Anthony's gimbal fiasco, exactly.
I know, it's just like it's me. And then on the other hand, if I use the other gimbal,
I feel bad. HC left and I didn't say goodbye. We missed it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't see her here.
I feel bad.
Anybody who left, I feel bad. I know. Lawrence can't wait, Danette, for the lasagna. Okay.
It's gonna be good.
It's got little baby meatballs, and I think we're gonna make the recipe from Rayo's. Anthony has the Rayo's book. Actually, was that my mother's book?
Yes.
And she died and you took it, right?
She passed away.
Nobody wanted it.
And your father was going to chuck everything out the window.
Everything out.
He's like,
hey, you shouldn't talk because that's what you did when your mom died. You were like, I know. You're in a daze, so you don't think.
I think it's a dude thing.
It's a daze. You're in a daze.
Throw everything away. It's like a daze thing. I threw so much stuff away. I did keep some of it.
He's already asking for the recipe. You got it. You've got the recipe.
Who's that asking for the recipe?
Lawrence.
Lawrence? That's
I'll
right.
show you. Watching me make it.
I'm going to show you.
I'm not going to make the sauce like from scratch. I'm going to use Rayo's. We're going to call it the Ray. What's the matter? We're going to use Rayo's sauce and we're going to use Rayo's recipe for their meatballs. I need the recipe, please. You got it, Lawrence. I'm going to send it to you. I promise. I will send it to you. I drank red wine and cream soda as a child with our Sunday dinner with pasta and gravy meat. Ooh, Angela Taylor said that.
Ooh,
a lot of things you have that sound familiar.
So many people have like familiar lifestyle. What did Emma say?
Sounds great. Live lasagna with Danette sounds great.
That's right.
Yeah, we're gonna make lasagna, and I'm gonna make it like anybody can make it. Not like, oh, I got to go to the special store and make my own sauce. Oh, there
You
she
could do it
is.
yourself.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Do you need a reservation for the Rayo sauce too? You need the
Oh
recipe? I'll
God! If
give
I could
all of
get
you the
into that
recipe. It's
restaurant,
simple. It's not hard. It's just you just got to prep and then you just layer it and you'll see me make it. So, you know,
I'm never gonna get into Rayos. Maybe I can get us into Carbone or something like that. I
yeah,
know we
you're
could.
right, T. That is what it is. You just start chucking everything. It's true.
I liked Arthur and Sons. Any of you guys saw a video on Arthur and Sons? That restaurant's pretty good. Head over to there for a good Italian meal.
Hi, Roy.
Is
How you
Roy in the
doing, Roy?
house?
George wants the recipe for the pizza rustica with the raw eggs. Just kidding. Hi,
He
everyone.
does.
The pizza rustica I made was so
That thing was
delicious.
so
When
freaking
my
good.
aunt saw that I made it and she said I gave it away, she's like, "You don't give it away. What are you doing?" I'm like,
She thought we should.
"You're in Florida. What am I supposed to do? I should, like I don't know.
She thought we should like keep it, freeze it,
Clean
mail
your
it. I
sink
don't know.
before you cook those."
Clean your sink.
Oh my gosh.
The net soaks nothing, and the net does not do any sink
No.
soaking.
It's disgusting. Make a short video about it, Danette? You mean how to make it? Okay. So do a live, and then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do like the lasagna. Like I don't know if I buy like say ranzoni or the lasagna thing. I'm gonna make it so that everyone can make it. I don't want to make it like, oh, it's got to be Italian, so that no one could do it. I want to make it,
The net
and
also
then if you
does
want to make
like
your
to
fresh
boil.
pasta, you can.
The net likes to boil her noodles. By the way, she doesn't like to do that no bake
Oh
stuff.
no, I don't like
That no
that.
boil
Yeah.
stuff.
So what I'm
We
gonna
tried that
do?
once, and it just
Ugh.
wasn't. It's just doesn't taste the same.
So I'm gonna make like the noodles I boil ahead of time, so you don't have to watch me boil noodles. And maybe what you could do is you can like do a video on the meatballs, and then we'll have the meatballs ready. And really, all you're gonna see me do is assemble it. That's all.
That's
If
right.
you know how to make lasagna, then the only difference is gonna be meatballs. Maybe
It's
I'll show you how
lasagna,
to
but
do the
they're
ricotta.
tiny little
I'll
meatballs. The
get like you know
tiniest
what?
ones
I
imaginable.
won't get the fancy ricotta either. I'll just go to the supermarket. I'll get like polio or something. Should I do that?
Yeah, you could.
I'll just make it so that anyone can make it. That's what I want to do. So that if you want to make it, then you'll see what it looks like.
What was that?
You know, Anthony's mom may have bathed Anthony in that sink. No,
No,
no.
I wasn't a baby in that apartment.
Oh, I'm missing out on pizza rustica. I don't sink soak
I
overnight. I
think I
clean while
do
the
go
pan
back
is
far
hot.
enough that I remember being
The
bathed in the
pizza
sink.
rustica I made on the Easter video. And my favorite thing about the Easter video was how I showed everybody. I wanted to do that wear chef hats. That's a good idea, Dolly.
Where are we
Thank
gonna
you.
get chef hats
You
from?
order
Now I
them.
gotta get chef hats.
I'll wear it, you big pain in the ass.
Wait,
Well,
actually,
Christmas
once
hats.
the sink with
At the Easter video, I liked. Wait, I just want to say before the thought. I liked that nobody wanted to make the eggs, and I just like I'm a kid at heart. I just got to have the colored eggs, and I made it
Jeanette
in
loves the
10. What was
colored
it,
eggs.
11 minutes? I made like I already made the eggs hard boiled,
Hey,
and
George
then I
remembers
showed
that.
making the eggs, and I was like, look, it's done. It was in the bowl
George made
in like
jokes
10
about it the
minutes. It
entire
was
time.
so easy. He was making jokes the whole time.
The whole egg
All right, go ahead. What were you saying,
experience.
Roy? It's so good to see you here.
Yes,
Hey,
it is.
somebody put in the link for Roy's.
I think
I know George did it earlier.
I think Clancy already
Okay,
did.
great. Thank you.
Roy is the best. Roy's tour of
Yeah, that counts, Roy.
guys. Anyone who didn't see it, check out a replay of Roy's
Santa hats. We
early
have
morning
those. Yeah.
early morning tour of
Thanks,
the
Classy.
cemetery in Colma,
Oh yeah.
California. Because that was creepy. It's a town of friggin'
Thanks, Roy.
cemeteries.
Oh my God! All the people in the
The
cemetery.
town where the dead
I
outnumber
lived
the
by a
living.
cemetery. Triple
Yeah,
Gino's.
Danette lived in a cemetery.
Triple Gino's
basically.
where I lived.
You could
we
look
weren't
out her
far
back
from each
window.
other. Yeah, and I lived by a cemetery. I
could
wasn't
look out
afraid
her
of
back
it. I was
window.
used to it.
And see tombstones.
Yep, popelet layered with any fresh pasta sauce and cheese will make a tasty al forno any day of the week. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Sonia.
Absolutely. They had what was it? What was the thing? You had the yeah, you did. There was something I was gonna say. Yeah.
Oh, you
The
said about making something?
Yeah.
for Christmas.
Oh yeah, for Christmas. So that sounds like that's a plan. That's something we
We're gonna
could
make
do.
lasagna.
That's
Yes.
something we can do in. And there's also a bunch of places we want to. What
It's so
was it this
funny.
time? What
Hollis said,
happened? What did Hollis say?
should I turn my oven on now to prepare for the lasagna
Yes, you
cooking
want it to get really preheated. Now, don't
and then
worry
make me
about the
sweat?
wallpaper melting off the wall.
I
It's
got to
because
tell
it's
you now, I'm warning
unimportant.
you right now. I get hot in the winter. Everybody else gets colds. I get hot because they
She
in our
does.
apartment. Holy shit, we have no way of controlling the heat. And the past
None.
few days, I've been dying. They're pumping the heat up. I got the windows all the way open, and there's no air coming in.
Don't
It's
we
so
mention the
hot.
ugly
Munchkins
Christmas
is freaking.
sweaters? We have
Is
some ugly
Yeah, we
Christmas
do. We
sweaters,
do.
actually. We
It's
have some
sweating.
horrific ones. Actually, Danette has a really cute one and an ugly one. I just have an
Which
ugly
one's the
one.
ugly one?
Um,
I don't
your
remember.
ugly Christmas sweater is the
It's
cute
just a
one.
hat or something. I don't really
It's
have
really
anything that good.
adorable, actually. It's
I
like
don't
the
remember.
adorable Christmas
You're
sweater.
crazy.
Mine is horrifying, the one that I have.
Yeah, and I always say I never want to complain about that because I would prefer to have heat than none. I think about people who suffer and it bothers me. Like it bothers me so bad and I feel bad because it's like I should never complain. I'm just joking really because I know I have heat, but there are people that are like, that have no heat in the winter. It's terrible.
Good night,
Good night,
Foxy.
Stephen. Thank you so much for staying with us. God
Thanks for
bless.
staying with us. We
Thank you.
really appreciate it.
We have to wrap it up soon too.
We do
Like, what are
have
we
to
going to
wrap
stay
it
up
up.
all
What
night?
are we gonna do? Stay up all night? We could, but we shouldn't.
But we shouldn't. Did you want to say anything else?
I think that's about it. I can't think of. I know we're gonna do
Um,
something Christmassy. Just so you know, it's like looking ahead. I guess. Like I said, I know we're gonna do something very Christmassy to launch the Christmas
we
season
used to
on
get a
December
lot of
1st.
heat years ago, but a lot of landlords only give the minimum. Law doesn't require it until below. That's right. That's
Yeah.
true.
Well, our building, they really keep it coming. Let's put it that
One
way.
more story, Hollis said. Oh, 7 fishes. We never really did 7 fish. My
Never
family,
did the
we're
seven
Italian
fishes.
and we had
My
Italian
mother
stuff,
attempted to
but it
do it.
wasn't that Italian. It wasn't like,
And that was one of the times
your
when my
mother
mother
attempted.
almost
Oh, that's when I
killed us.
died.
When she
She killed
almost
me.
killed us when we were dead.
His family always tried to kill me.
My family was always trying to assassinate Danette. I don't know why they didn't
You
like
have to
her, but they
text your
wanted to kill
super
her.
about no heat. Then we lived like that too in that first apartment we had.
Oh my god!
Oh my
We
God, it
like
was
froze.
terrible.
We
And
like
then she says to me,
popsicles.
"Well, we just live with our
No, we just wear
sweaters
cotton
everywhere we go."
coats.
I'm like, I'm not wearing a sweater
Why do I want to
to
wear a
bed.
coat?
Number one, number two, I'm paying you for you to put some heat on. You
I
idiot.
hate wearing a coat in bed. It's
You
very
moron.
restrictive.
You only had it 2 times. Okay. 7 fishes is the best. I love fish now. When I was a kid, I didn't like it as
I
much
like the
anymore.
fish now.
But now I love it.
Now, on the 1st of December, we're going to do like a kickoff of something. I'm not going to say what it is. We kind of have it
That's
in
a
our
month from
mind what we're
today.
going to do.
Month
A
from
month from
now.
today, we'll be kicking off the Christmas season on December 1st.
Oh,
but we
once
have
at
other
Terry
things going
Lodge
on.
when it was in New Haven.
Well, we have a
Oh.
whole bunch of things planned. And like I said, I think I'm going to do some like
And a
Christmas
friend made
readings.
7 fishes, Joseph. Wow.
You'll
Good.
see it. There'll be some Christmas readings. I'm going to attempt either to like get rid of this computer and get the new computer before then, or attempt to somehow
right,
manage
Sonia.
to edit these things on my primitive,
I'm sorry, Marty, that
half-broken
you have to live
computer.
like that. You should really report that
Yes.
person because you're paying for it. It doesn't make sense. And you shouldn't go to bed cold. It's stupid. It's just plain stupid.
100%.
We had to deal with that too. We've had our share of,
Mhm.
like I said, Anthony and I were not, we didn't have a lot of money growing up, and we have our own differences, right?
Oh, there's stories. There's
But
stories.
we don't want to bring it down.
I don't want to bring it down.
We don't want to
There's
bring it down. We
stories
don't
of
want to bring it down.
freezing.
And no, we're not going to talk about
There's the
that.
flood apartment.
The flood apartment. It's all funny. To me now, it's just all funny.
Now you look back at things and
And
you
it's
laugh.
hysterical.
But that's life. You
Yeah,
know,
that is
let's
life.
be honest. You all know that.
Good
We all
night,
know that.
Angela. Thank you so much
Good
for
night,
subscribing
Angela.
and spending
Thank you for
time with us. We're
subscribing.
gonna
Thank you
wind
for
this
spending
up
time
soon.
with us. We're gonna be winding this down anyway. But like I said, that's part of life. You all know
I knew
that.
my girlfriend was serious when she came to my family seven fish Christmas Eve and didn't go to her family's seven fish Christmas Eve. Wow. It's when I get
That's
up
when
that
you
I
know
don't like
you've
the
made.
cold. We had 3 days
That's when you
last
know you
January
made
without
the
heat, but
connection.
it was being worked on, so I didn't call. Yeah, and then that's what it is. You don't want to get yourself all riled up or upset, so you just kind of like try to wean through it.
Mm.
Good night, Angela.
Good
It's
night,
kind of like
Ange.
it's kind of like when you have an apartment and the person upstairs is making a lot of noise in the middle of the night, or that like someone spent make like playing loud music, and you're like, oh, maybe they'll stop, or I'll think of something. I'm laying in bed and I'm thinking about it, and all I'm thinking about is turn that freaking music off, and I can't sleep. And I'm like, turn that music off, and you just think one more
See,
minute,
I never
maybe
have
you'll
that
turn it
problem.
off. Yeah, because you don't have that problem. I'm not like you.
The seven
You're a
fish
deep
thing,
sleeper. I'm a light sleeper.
K-Jack, the seven fish thing,
Good
it's
night,
really in
Sonya. Oh, you leaving, Sonya? I don't know. I think.
K-Jack, the
Oh
seven fish
no, just
thing
Angela. Okay.
is an
Oh, so
Italian
Italian
thing.
families,
It's
you
really an
make
Italian
seven
thing.
different fishes.
7 different kinds of fish
Not
on
like,
Christmas
yeah, we've
Eve.
never
It's
really did
not
that.
really a yeah. It's not. People sometimes would say it's a Catholic thing, but
Oh,
it's
great,
not.
Sonya.
It's
I'm
an
so
Italian
glad.
Catholic
You
thing.
make me feel good that you're here, that all of you are
Who was
here.
that? What
Yeah,
happened?
Sonya said that she feels a little better. That's
Oh, that's
great.
great.
A small electric heater, you could do that too, but it's very dangerous. You have to be
Danette
careful.
is very, very cautious about
The
things like that.
stories that you hear of people have fire. Well, that's another fear of mine. I hate I have my fears are of heights and fire. I am afraid of fire. It just scares me.
She
So
doesn't enjoy the heights.
Rustica
Doesn't
live
enjoy
stream, George put in
Rustica
there.
live stream.
That
Thanks,
was
George.
that was the Easter one.
That was the Easter
That
one.
was really
And that
cute.
was
I thought
funny.
it
There
was
were
cute.
bonnets.
There was a bonnet,
Danette had a
there was a
bonnet.
munchkin, there
There
was
was a
eggs,
munchie.
there was Manhattan
There was
Special, there was
Manhattan
Pizza
Special.
Rustica. The night before, I had made the Pizza Rustica, and then we were eating it that day. And then we got a notification. That was our first notification. That's right. It's included in the rent, so you shouldn't have to be begging for heat. Remember we got that notification for the first time from YouTube that warned us because we were playing like these
Oh,
old in the background. We set up a
I had
television
Berenstein Bears
and we
playing
had
in the
like
background, and
Easter
they warned us.
stuff.
They said you're getting dangerously close to copyright infringement.
Yeah,
Thank
they
you for
like
letting me
actually
know.
said it on the
It said it.
right on
Please
the
refrain from copyright
right. I never saw that before.
copyright
No
for
one told us
infringement.
about it.
I was like, okay.
You have a live stream after this headache, George. It's true.
You mean
All right,
what he
let's
said was he has a headache after the live stream.
after this live stream.
After
Just
this live
kidding.
stream, just kidding.
He
I
always
pray.
says just kidding at the end. I know you're not kidding.
We know
Nah,
you're
we know
mostly
you're
kidding.
joking.
We know
All
you're
right, it
joking.
doesn't matter because I'm getting a headache too.
Listen,
Let's
friends,
end it. All right.
we're gonna call
All
it
right.
a
I
night.
want to thank you. We want to thank
We
you
want to
for
thank you for
spending so much
being
time with
and
us.
spending
I
time with
hate
us.
3-parters. I don't know what the heck is going
She
on,
doesn't like the
but we're gonna
three-parters,
have to work
but the
on that.
three-parters are okay
Thank you,
as long as
Classy.
it's with you guys.
Thank you so much. Yes, our anniversary is on Friday, and
So we'll be dark
28
that day.
years. So thank you so much.
28 years, yes.
You've been going through a rough time. Wait a minute. What is that? Hold on. Don't go yet. Thank you, Danette and Anthony, for such a lovely evening. I've been going through a tough time recently. Oh, I'm sorry to hear
You're
that.
sorry to
Come
hear
here
that,
where we
Emma.
will laugh
Come
and make
here
you
and we'll
laugh.
make you
So
laugh.
stay with us for
That's
next
what we
time.
want to
Right.
do.
And you can look at some of our other lives where we're having a hoot and a holler. Right, Anthony? Like when we went to L&B, that was fun. And
I
we
love
drove
that,
back.
actually.
That was a
That
good
was a
video.
great day.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I had some ice cream.
That was when we went to Brooklyn. We always have fun in Brooklyn.
We do. We always have fun in Brooklyn.
You
It
made
was
such
so
a
much
difference for
fun.
me tonight. Well, I'm so glad
Thank
that
you.
you
Thank
said
you for
that.
saying that. And
Emma,
we're glad we did, if
and
that's possible.
virtual hugs to you
Virtual
and everyone
hugs
else.
from Danette and from me.
Yes, and I'm so glad that you made our day too for being here with us. And prayers, right? Sending prayers to Emma. You'll be all right. And just remember,
Thank
we're
you
here for
definitely
you.
for joining
If
us.
anybody wants to contact us, just shoot the breeze, talk, leave any kind of information to us. Just contact us on our
100%.
email. And Anthony sometimes doesn't look at it, and I have to constantly constantly ask them to look at it.
Even if there's
But
a delay, eventually I'm gonna see it. I've that it's some.
yes,
I don't check it enough. I probably should.
I'll
As
keep
time goes
reminding you.
by, I
And
will
thank
check
you,
it more and
Mods, for
more.
doing
But
such a great
sometimes I
job
just
as
don't.
always. We love you all.
Yes, as some people
The three
say,
parts will
a
be
lot
funny
of
story in the
people,
future,
every
right?
YouTuber says we got the best mods in the business. But I'm gonna tell you, when I say it, I mean it.
Thank you, Virginia.
I mean it, because you guys are the best.
Yes,
Every last
absolutely.
one of you is
We
the
love
best.
you. Thank you so much for spending so much time with us. And for the people, oh, you're very welcome, Mary. And for the people who are watching it on the replay, we see you. We know you're there, and
We
we
know you're there.
appreciate it. There's our links. There you go. There's our mods
There's our
working
links.
great.
Our mods working great.
Dolly Girl Twins, we love you. Hit that like before you leave, folks.
Hit
Thanks,
the like
Triple
before
G.
you
You
leave.
guys are all the
Thumbs it
best.
up.
All right, you're gonna
Share
send
it
it
out.
out. You're gonna
And
end it out.
remember, everybody, it
Good
was so much
night.
fun. Good night. And as always, let's all just keep moving forward. And peace,
Bye,
guys.
babes. Bye.
Bye bye.